Yeah, so I want to do this video real quick because on my last video, when I was talking about the true forms, the true human forms, like the different reptilian forms and like alien forms that we humans possess, it sounded like I said I had green and white skin and I was on all fours, but that's not what I said. I said I was in like a lush forest. I was in a green lush forest. And like I said, I had green, white scales and skin. So that's one of my forms. I got a albinoid form. Albinoid reptilian form. With red eyes. Seen that. I have like a brownish, almost like a golden skin reptilian form with the thick scales, like the very thick scales on. All this I've seen just in visions on marijuana, because what was happening was I was so high. I was getting so high from the way I live, like my body being vegetarian or whatever, and doing the breath work, working on my breathing and things of that nature or that nurture, that actually was transforming, actually was shape-shifting. Now, some shape-shifting that I've done and some shape-shifting that's done can be caught on camera. I go back and look at some of my videos and I see my part of my chest, it got lines on it, like black lines, just for 2-3 seconds in one part of the video. It's not a camera glitch, it's not none of that. What you're doing, you're seeing a true form. Because according to how I was taught, like by my teachers, with this being a simulation, I need somebody to set this phone up on. But with this being a simulation, you know what I'm saying, you only seeing what the simulation pretty much wants you to see or allows you to see. So a lot of times when you tweaking with your vision, like you pretty much seeing what you could have already seen, or really was seeing is what is already there or is there. See what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of how how focalized you are, like where your focalization is at. So, but yeah, I wanted to get that straight for one, because I was standing up in this forest. My other phone I was using, the audio was all messed up. They was messing with the audio like half of the whole time, so you couldn't hear what I was saying. The message was only getting out to a certain extent. However, like I said, you know what I mean? I was laying down on the reefer and I was like halfway dozing off, but I wasn't asleep. When I traveled to another dimension, I was still awake because it was a split-second vision I seen of my alternate self, what you call yourself in an alternate universe or whatever. And I was looking back at myself. I was in the green forest, facing myself, looking upwards like this with a straight face, and I had green and white scales, and I had on a white lock cap, like similar to the one I would be wearing in this dimension, in this reality. I had a white stocking cap on, a Pharaoh chin strap, but I was a reptilian humanoid, like I was standing up. So that shows you that he's what I was talking about in my last video. That shows you these reptilian humanoids and these beings, they hear, they doing different things. And a lot of times when you connect with them, the hybridized versions of them that look like us, but they got more reptilian DNA, like they can do some amazing things. Like, cause that's the reason for me telling you this video, is that when you true forms, when you come in contact with yourself from another universe or another reality, and you merge it into this form, and if you know as you're transforming into that form, then that's what's considered a magical creature. It's like I was explaining this to my cousin. If you have a talking, standing up reptilian human in like a book, in like a story book, and he's like a character in a book, but he's a magical creature, then would it be strange that he could do certain things like control the weather and stuff like that, like we can do, right? Without saying too much. as just one being, as one human. See what I'm saying? Would they, you know what I'm saying? Would that be? I asked my cousin. I said, would that be considered supernatural if he's already a magical creature in that story? That if he can control the weather through his thoughts and stuff like that, make it rain or whatever, would that be? And he said, my cousin said no. He said no. I said, okay then. So when I tell you that my true form, I've merged it with this physical form, then that means I'm tapping into a certain level of power, or more power than just what they say is limited in this human capacity. Don't tell me I can't do telekinesis. Don't tell me I can't do telekinesis, or I can't do telepathy, or whatever, without saying too much. So that's like I said, that's my third form out of the names to you so far. I already told you I got my Lyrian form, which was like a half lion, half human form from the Lyrian extraterrestrial hybrids. So that was my third form that I had seen. I was on the couch and I was so high, trying to figure out what's going on with me. Why do I feel like I'm changing, even though I'm just high and I'm sitting here? Why do I feel like I'm climbing, I'm growing into something? And then I would just see it. I would have my eyes closed. I'd be high on the couch or whatever, even if I had my eyes open. But I'd be really going through some type of change, like genetically. If they say we got 12 DNA strands or 13 or 9 DNA strands, I felt like if they said the Nubians have 9 DNA strands, I felt the 12th, 11th, 12th, and 13th DNA strand of what they say we're going to lock this, or they say when we step into the 5th dimension. I heard Blue Pill say that going into this dimension or whatever, what it means is that we will be going from 9 DNA strands up to, I believe he said, 12 DNA strands, or 11, 12. This is all fact. You know what I'm saying? But, so I'd be tweaking. You know what I mean? And feeling that. Like, yo, what's going on? And then I would just sit up a little bit, and then I'd see a vision of myself, my real self, of what I'm turning into, what's happening with me. And it was like super thick skin, yellow, real reptilian, or real draconian, or whatever, a being from the Orion star, or whatever. Like I'm seeing it, and so I said, oh, okay, that's what's going on. And then I'll transform that form into this form. I'll do it at certain times when I need to not be just human, when I need to be more than human. Meaning, I could be around a bunch of cars and a bunch of people, and everybody looking at me, whatever. When a normal human would get nervous, all I got to do is just imagine myself in the true form. And because you already seen yourself as that form without trying, then you know you can attain that form. It's called Horus Hood. Nowadays they call it Christ Hood, but it really was, you read in the Egyptian book, the Kemetic book, they call it attaining Horus Hood, which is when you got the halo over the head of the falcon. Seeing, which is the sun disk of Ra. But, so that was my third form. It was like thick, you know what I mean? Like yellow, orange skin, like a tough reptilian in this vision I seen of myself recently. And yeah, like I said, in my other video, I didn't mean to say I had that dream a couple months ago. That dream was like a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of days ago, where they showed me how the abductions work. So I want to correct that too. However, I was on a shroom tea, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was just flowing. That's really even why I did the video, even why I came out and did the video, because flowing, I've been in the flow state. You got shroom tea, cannabis teas. I'm giving y'all some hints. Tap into. However, so like I said, that's the third form. That was my third reptilian form I seen recently with yellow, the albinoid. Another one I seen. Now this was over a year ago, but I would just see my eyes. I would see different visions of myself with the eyes. Like I would have a slit. I had one vision I'd seen where I just had a crocodile. I had 2 like crocodile type eyes, still humanoid, but it was a very thin slit. And so I said, all right, I'm on that. Now I already know the crocodile is my totem. Because like I said, I already would see when I would fall asleep and travel to the astral plane, or really just fall asleep for real. I would be a crocodile in a zoo, and I would see the white boys shooting at me and everything, and I'd be jumping in the water, and there'd be other crocodiles, and I've had dreams of me being different caimans, and so crocodile's my totem. And I know this for a fact. But so that was the fourth one. I seen it had crocodile eyes. There was another one with the reptilian eyes. But I can't remember exactly how my eyes looked at this time when I had seen it in the vision. With the sixth one that I seen recently, the last one I've seen. So no. Okay, so there's one more. There's one more. One of them was I had red eyes, like red reptilian slits. That's another one. Another one I seen recently. It's funny, like y'all gonna laugh or y'all might laugh. It's funny, but I was like a purple dinosaur type reptilian, and I still was me. Like I still looked like me. And I seen this the other day on the couch. I still looked like me. My hair was a little bit different, but I was red, kind of like a Barney. I kind of looked like Barney a little bit, so that's kind of funny. Like, that's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this herb lit. I got the fan going and shit. But yeah. So that's another reptilian form I see myself using. Now these are what you call the true forms. You follow? Why am I telling you about this? Because if you on this, like, see, right now I'm going into my true form, intentionally and unintentionally. When you are this, you can do what that does in this realm, because all the realms are connected. Don't think you can't do a certain thing just because it's not popular or famous. Because in the ancient world, and because with the Vatican, in today's world, it's still famous. It's still popular. This is probably even why they pray to the Black Madonna. Because the Black Madonna comes from the Naga culture and the Kemetic culture with the serpent, the Uraeus crown on the forehead, showing you that the snake power, the serpent power, is some real deal power. That's real deal. You can have one serpent human and they can cause earthquakes and all that. I've been with people and females that the power will go off and shit, and it'd be like a girl I just met, but I knew she was like Archangel, whatever, reptilians. You know what I'm saying? And she and we'd be in the bed or whatever, and all the power will go out in the neighborhood. And she'd be like, that's because of me, right? I'd be like, yeah. Now, actually, I'm glad it just came back to my memory, because I actually have this same girl, her eyes changed right in front of me when we had gotten into an argument and shit, and when shit went real, like when stuff got real, excuse my language, but like we was face to face, and like it was like getting real, because like I said, I'm reptilian myself, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of these arguments and shit, like, actually when we was face to face, we wasn't arguing. I actually was trying to like solve this. I was trying to solve it, but on the reptilian stuff, we chest to chest, face to face. We in your face. We want to connect with you, right? So we face to face. I'm like, yo, calm down, chill. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything gonna be cool. And I look back, I look this way, I look back over. She had her eyes. She had the blacks in my eyes. She had her Jones slanted like that. Like how you got this part of the eye shape. She had hers reptilianed out. Like it wasn't circular no more. It was, the sides of it was pointy. Well, I'm not tripping, because like I said, I'm advanced knowledge. Like, I didn't see extraterrestrials. Like, I'm gonna drop this in the video, because I already wanted to anyway. I had to figure out how to go about it. But yeah, I didn't see an alien in person. I'm coming back from the guitar store, just connected with a white brother, because I play guitar. And when I was playing the guitar with him, it was almost like he couldn't believe that I knew how to play guitar. Like, he was shocked, because at first he was trying to teach me stuff, and I was playing still, but he was still teaching me stuff like I didn't know how to play. So I said, all right, let me solo. I started playing, and he was like, oh, snap, so you actually know. Yo, he was like it's a certain thing in the music world, where it deal with the number 5. Like, you hit a certain amount of notes and it equaled up to 5 notes, but it was you climbing up the ladder. And it's leaving me what is actually called, I think it's like a pentatonic or something like that. But we do that on the guitar. People do that on the flute. You know what I mean? The clarinet, like pentatonic or whatever. So he was like, and I was like, yeah. So I'm leaving there, and I had like a real serious spiritual experience with him and his girlfriend, like encounter. We just all sitting down playing the guitar together. Don't know each other from nowhere, but we just like passing songs back and forth to each other, like almost like some campfire stuff in the guitar store, in the guitar center. And when I'm riding home, I want to stop by the store, right? Before I had went home, and it's nighttime, and I'm in the left hand lane behind like 10 cars on the left hand getting ready to turn into the store parking lot. And when I looked to my right, it was a horse skeleton, like the skeleton of a horse driving a car. The neck, the skeleton, the whole head was like this big, and the eyes completely blacked out, hollowed out. Now you know it wasn't a costume, because like I said, when I looked at into the eyes, it was just huge and hollow. It was hollowed out. And the neck too, then I could see the neck. It was all a skeleton. Now other people have seen this being around the world on YouTube. It's hard to find these kind of channels, but you can find it. But that was symbolic of when you express your energy, when you connect with somebody, both of y'all universes are coming together. Millions of years of experiences and stuff is coming together when one person has millions of experiences and millions of existences and eons in their cells, in their body. One person comes together with another person who has the same. And when y'all do that, when y'all have a positive experience, you can't sometimes you can't figure out, you might can't figure out why it felt so positive. Like why connecting with this person just felt life-changing for me. It was only 3-4 minutes. And I don't know them, but why do I feel my life has been changed? Why do I feel like I've been set on a better trajectory from meeting this person? You see? And why? It's because both of y'all energy is galactic. So that affects the ripples of space-time. That affects the ethers and other cosmic beings. When two beings come together like that, and it's all love and all positivity, and y'all didn't know each other from Adam, then beings pick up on that, man. They'll actually will come visit you. So I looked over and I seen this horse skeleton driving a car, like it had clothes on. Now keep in mind, I'm the only person that can see this while it's happening. Nobody else can see it. Otherwise, it would be a huge spectacle. But these beings, they can change the way that they're seen, so that they'll will appear as a human to other people. But when you see them, their cloak is down, their veil is down, and they're looking directly at you for a reason, because they know who you are. So yes, I turned into the store like normal after seeing that, and I'm just sitting there like stuck for a minute, almost like scared, just stuck. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what the was that? You know what I'm saying? But by the time I got home, something came over me. Like this triumphant energy, like there's just something about me seeing this being really cleared a lot of soul energy for me. I could just look up at the stars that night and just see something had been resolved. On top of connecting with the brother. I connected with the brother, but from seeing that being, something just told me don't be scared and be happy that you came in contact with that being, man, because that was a multi-dimensional spiritual being. So I'm gonna end this video soon. I just want to come out and talk about some of the true forms and what they do for us people, for us humans or whatever. If you're a spiritual person, and if you feel like you have more than just this form, and if you feel like you're more than just if you associate with a certain entity and the way certain entities look, then grasp onto that. You know what I mean? Attach yourself onto that more and more and more and harder, because you're going to start to be able to see that these magical powers you have, and you can attribute these magical powers to yourself without saying too much. But yeah, so I just want to talk about one more reptilian form I had seen myself in, that I had this was a powerful one. And I know I feel like I'm leaving it out. I feel like I'm leaving it out. Albinoid, yellow skin, red eyes, yellow, dinosaur looking form. Yeah, that may be it. But yeah, so that's powerful, man. Believe that there. I cleared all that up. What's that?